Now what I have learned to do differently putting on my diaper is this. I first lay my diaper flat on the bed and straighten out the leak guards. I didn't used to do this because I didn't have a diaper that had the leak guards all the way from the front to the back. But I started doing this more regularly now that I wear the Confidry 24/7. Now I start with the bottom tape and I try to get it in a more upward facing position. And then I use the top tape and try to get it in a more downward position. And I do this for both sides. Now, this particular demonstration might look a little crooked when you finally see what I done there. That's mainly because it was kind of hard for me doing it in this position, because I was already wearing a diaper underneath, and then I had to show this with the pants on because I didn't want people to see my body. As you can see, it's a bit crooked. Normally I would get the sides a little bit more straightened than this, but that's how I put my diaper on. How I dispose of my diapers. So here is my diaper pail. I got this at Walmart. It was a reasonable price, and I think it was like $75. Stainless steel. Pretty nice. Couldn't get the sticker off, so if you see the sticker, I'm sorry. Now normally I'd keep this pail in the bathroom, but right now I'm in a transitional phase where I'm gonna keep this in my room because it's just easier for disposal. Here is 2 bags that I need to dispose of that I'm a little bit behind on, but I'm going to take care of that in a few minutes. Now, below here is where I keep my disposal bags. So I'm going to put one in the bin so I can dispose of the one right up here. And that is how I dispose of my diapers. Another thing I recommend is getting you a pack of wipes. I didn't used to do this. I'm just now doing it because I didn't realize I could get a decent deal on wipes. You get a pretty decent amount in a box. But let's open it and take a look at how many you get. You get 7 in a box, and that's 144 count. I'm now going to be buying these more often. I'm on vacation in Washington, D.C., and I decided, why not show you how I deal with my incontinence while I'm traveling. So when I'm on a vacation like this, I usually over-prepare. And the reason I over-prepare is because I much rather have a lot of diapers around that I need, instead of having little diapers and have to go find a medical supply store or a Walmart or whatever. I prefer not to use Depends because Depends don't help with my condition. The Depends just don't work for me with my level of incontinence and what I gotta deal with. Because I have a heavy stream when I wet, and none of these diapers that you get at Walmart suffice. So right now, I believe this is a full pack of Confidry 24/7 that I order. And has been serving me pretty well on this trip. I'm only here for about 7 days, so I don't really need a lot. But like I said, I didn't want to be in a pinch where I had to find a medical supply store. It's just easier to do it this way. I also overpack on my clothes to make sure I have enough clothes just in case I have a diaper malfunction or something and I need to change my clothes. Doesn't happen often, but hey, you never know. And so it's good to over-prepare on clothes as well. Not just because of incontinence, but also just in case you always have an extra pair. It's always a good idea. One thing I can also show you is that when I am taking a shower, I use Vino because it's good on the skin. This is the Vino I use. It keeps my skin from being very irritated, because without it, my skin gets really itchy, really irritable. I just prefer Vino. It could be chemicals and other body washes that are making my skin irritable, but all I know is that when I use the Aveeno, I don't have itchy skin, and my diaper rashes don't seem to be as bad. I've also learned to invest in a waterproof backpack. And the reason being is because while I was at the Lincoln Memorial, it ended up raining really hard. And we were kind of stuck in the rain for a little while. We got inside the Lincoln Memorial to shield us from the rain. The nearest metro was only like 1 to 2 miles away. That doesn't seem like that long of a walk. But when you have to tread through the rain, it sucks. So we had to tread through the rain, get to the metro, to get back to our hotel room. But I've learned from the experience to get a better book bag, something that's more waterproof. Going to review the Rearz Safari Diaper. Safari diapers. They are made from a company called Rearz, and they specialize in baby-themed adult diapers. This one has like animal prints on it with, giraffes, hippos, zebras. I thought there was a monkey on here somewhere. Oh well, I can't find it. Me, personally, I don't really care for babyish prints. I prefer just a straight, normal diaper. That is just my preference. And I really only care about the functionality of the diaper. And this diaper holds up very well. The only downside is that the tapes here can rip off sometimes, and I don't like that. That's frustrating, but other than that, it's a really good quality diaper. And I figure since most people are going to be wearing this out and about and want to know what it would be like if they're wearing these diapers out in public. Is it crinkly? Is it going to make a lot of noise? Well, let's find out. The answer is yes. If you're wearing something like this, I would not recommend wearing this. With thin shorts like this, I mean, if you're going to exercise and I guess you don't really care for people hearing that sound, then I guess you'll be alright. But if you're worried about it, I would not recommend wearing it with something like this. The thing with pants is, pants are kind of crinkly already. I mean, you can't tell if this crinkly sound is from my pants or if it's from the diaper itself. So I wouldn't really worry about going out and worrying about what people are going to say or see, because they're probably not going to pay attention and they're probably just going to think it's your pants. So if you want to combat crinkly sound, then just get pants that already sound kind of crinkly, so no one's really gonna care. Now, what about bulk? Is it bulky? Well, I guess it's bulkier than some diapers, and it really just depends on what you're wearing. If you have something that's a little more looser, like the shorts I was wearing, it might look a little bulky then, and people might see it. The one thing you do gotta worry about is if you bend down, they're gonna know you're wearing a diaper, so beware of that if you're worried about that. If not, then no big deal. And you can always wear onesies to cover up the diapers so people don't see, but that really only depends on your level of comfort. Now me, when it comes to diaper size, I wear large now. I used to wear medium, but I've gained weight a little bit over time, so my waist got a little bigger. So I have to wear a larger size. And the capacity is this. For me, and my incontinence level, I can go about 8 hours in the Safari diaper. Rebel's diapers from Rearz. There's people out in this world that want to be rebels, and they want to wear something a little edgy. Well, this is a perfect product for those type of people. So I'm talking about like emos, goths, metalheads. This would be a great product for them. And also if you want to be a pirate, because skull and crossbones is definitely a pirate thing. But how do they function? Because that's what truly matters here. How do they function? I wore one of these starting at night and then went through the day wearing them. And I drank about 2 of these and 1 of these. Dunkin' Refresher. And these are Liquid Death. Bear it alive. Bury it alive. I also drank a bottle of water, and it seemed to last me about 8 hours or so, maybe a little less. But I filled it to capacity, and the only problem is the diaper starts to break down once you reach to its full capacity. Now, Is the diaper crinkly? Because people are going to wear this outside, out in the world. It's going to make noise. Well, let's find out. Cushies. Now, Cushies is unique. What I mean by unique is that they are a 2-tape style diaper. And to be really honest, I'm not a fan. Mainly because it's really hard to adjust the diapers correctly. I prefer 4 tapes because you can adjust them correctly. But how do they hold? Have they held pretty well? Well, they hold pretty decently. Problem with these is they tend to leak more often, at least in my case, they do. And they last a little while, but they like to leak out of the sides. And I'm not a fan of that, especially when I'm trying to keep dry and stay dry. Now, the absorbency level of this diaper is this. And we're going to do something a little different today with showing off this product. As you can tell, there's someone standing behind me right here. This is my new assistant. His name is Billy Bob. And Billy Bob will be my new model for videos to come. I didn't want to show my body off reviewing diapers, but Billy Bob will be doing that for me. Let's see how this diaper would look while wearing it. And I also want to warn you ahead of time, I wear a large. So it may be different for you. I used to wear mediums, but I switched to a large because I gained a little weight. Sizes vary from person to person. So how it may fit on Billy Bob or me may not fit the same way on you. Friend, my new assistant. I think he'll do an excellent job in my future videos. And I hope you like the new addition here of Billy Bob. And now we're gonna go check how the diaper looks on the inside. diaper has nice leak guards and pretty tall leg areas. So if you put it on right, you shouldn't have problems. I honestly would not recommend this diaper. I've had leaks with this. It's not the best diaper, in my opinion. Maybe other people have had better experiences, but I just don't like 2-tape style diapers because they just don't adjust well and have not really worked for me. They could work for someone else, and that's why I'm doing this review. So if you want to try this, then go ahead. But in my personal experience, they suck. Hi, future me here. And while I was editing this video last night to be ready for today, something happened with the diaper I was wearing. The diaper I was wearing happened to be the one that I was reviewing in this video. It malfunctioned. The tape disconnected from the diaper. And I leaked everywhere. Wasn't fun. I would not recommend this diaper for anyone. Here's where the edge of the diaper was. The tape was connected to this part, but unfortunately, it's still stuck right here on the diaper. Camelot diapers from Tykables. This one has a smartwatch on it. This one's holding a cell phone, trying to take a selfie. This one has glasses. And this one's just breathing fire. So not all of them have technology, modern technology on it, but most of them are fantasy-like. Camelot Diapers from Tykables is a hook and loop system. That means they're kind of like Velcro. The only problem I have with these type of diapers is that occasionally these tapes like to unhook sometimes. And that's really my issue with them. And also, it's very hard to dispose of them properly. And I will show you what that problem is later on in this video. But here is their absorbency level. And this is one of those diapers where I actually like the print on the diaper. Here is one of the print styles that you can have. This one obviously has like a mask on, looking kind of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or something along those lines. And they're great during the day, but For me at night, they can be iffy. Sometimes they leak on me, sometimes they don't. I guess it really depends on how much they shift around while I'm sleeping. But let's see how this diaper looks on the inside. Diapers have a nice landing zone. I think this landing zone could be a little bit longer, maybe like right about here. And the reason is this such small landing zone area. The print is nice, but the landing zone isn't nearly that long. And it's very hard to tape up correctly. Inside of the diaper has a nice blue core. These nice tall leg guards here. And the tapes are right here, the Velcro tapes. On each side. So what we're going to do right now is my first ever absorbency test of a diaper on this channel. I think it absorbed pretty good. But one of the problems I have with this, because the landing zone is as short as it is, when you're trying to dispose of it, normally what I do is I fold the diaper up like this, and I do this. Problem is, the landing zone is on this side and on this side. So when it comes to trying to tape it up, you have to maneuver the tapes around that area, and it's not always easy to do. And this is the only way I found that will keep the mess together. And this is one of my complaints over these diapers. Because it's not like I can take this tape, this Velcro tape, and stick it here. Because it won't. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it doesn't stay. It just barely stays on. And you have to kind of go underneath here in order for it to stick or stay. And you end up having to do this. It's not always easy to dispose of this properly. See, what I like about these diapers is they have that plastic landing zone. So it's very easy for me to tape it up and dispose of it properly. And that is what I like about the plastic landing zone. So really, these diapers aren't the worst, and just because I got it taped up like this right now does not mean I have success doing that all the time. And that is why I don't consider these my top favorite, but they're pretty good during the day. But my favorite is the plastic, just because this does way better than the hook and loop. So I do recommend these diapers. They're not the worst diapers. In fact, they're one of the best from modern Tykables. Going to be reviewing Tykables overnight diapers. So Tykables Overnights has been a diaper I've tried before, but I've tried the old version. The old version was one of the best ABDL diapers I've tried. And I like the plastic. I like how it was designed. It was very comfortable. I had the best absorbency at the time that I had experience in a diaper up to then, because I'd tried a lot of medical diapers then, and this was my first time really getting into Tykables, and AB Universe was one of the first diapers I ever tried in the ABDL world. Before that, it was Molicare, Tranquility ATN, and Abena M4s. Those were the ones I was familiar with in the medical world. None of the medical diapers that I tried during that time were that bad, but I always thought they could be better. So once I tried ABU diapers and then I tried Tykables diapers, I didn't want to go back. I thought these diapers were way better. Now things have changed, and I would say that there's some medical diapers that are comparable to ABDL diapers now. But these new overnights, I don't know. They're different. To be honest, I don't really like the hook and loop system. I've said before that they can sometimes untape. What I mean by that is, for the most part, they stick very well. And once they stick, they're good. No problems. And I can go throughout the day, no issues. But occasionally I've had moments where they won't fully stick just right and they'll come off. That's happened to me sometimes. Does that mean that happens all the time? No, but it does happen sometimes. I think diapers with the plastic landing zone and the plastic tapes just do a better job at staying on. And the second chance tapes do good as well. But the design I've always liked. I like the little lions and, footed sleepers. Of course, getting all comfy, getting ready for bed. And of course, the diapers are cute, whatever. I do think ABDL diapers do have interesting patterns, and if you're looking for cutesy and you're looking for babyish prints, then obviously ABDL diapers are always going to be a win for you. For me, I just like straight up white, occasionally different colors like blue. But as far as absorbency goes, here's the absorbency of this diaper. Now, these diapers are called overnights, so does that mean they do well at night? Well, for the most part, they're okay at night. But I will say I still prefer the old classic Tykables. To me, the old Tykables was the best. It just was. And I don't know, I can't explain it. It was made from better material. It was a lot more comfortable, and it did very well at night and during the day. These do all right at night and do good during the day. I measure diapers by comfortability, not just whether they function well. I do care about them functioning. That is the first thing I care about. But I want them to be comfortable too. And these diapers are right comfortable. In my opinion, they're not as comfortable as the old classic ones. But let's see how this diaper looks on the inside. So the diaper has nice patterns, cute little animals getting ready for bed, has a nice hook and loop landing zone, has a nice blue core, and it's very, very soft. That's one thing I like about the inside of the diaper, is it's super, super soft. And you got the hook and loop tapes on both sides. So you can adjust it correctly. Now let's do an absorbency test. I would say the diaper absorbed pretty well, but it did leak a little bit on the outside of the diaper, so be careful how you wear this and make sure you are changing as often as you need to. Normally I do just one review, but I decided to do something different today. I'm going to be reviewing 2 other diapers, but I'm going to test how their absorbencies stack up with each other. These diapers are Tykables Puppers, and we're gonna do Tykables Waddlers. Or Waddler, I'm not sure if it's Waddler or Waddlers. Thing with Tykables diapers is sometimes they add an S at the end of something and then sometimes they don't. I've noticed this with other diaper companies as well, so I don't know why they do that. Sometimes they add an S, sometimes they don't, I don't know. If you hear me mentioning names that have an S and then sometimes not having an S, that's because I get confused, because I'm not sure which one, if it has an S or not an S. So, sorry for the confusion. Just like the other diaper, it has the hook and loop plastic layer on it. And it has the blue core. It's also really soft as well. Velcro tapes in their usual spots on both sides. The Velcro has a kind of Velcro tape stick here. Now on to the Waddlers. Waddlers has this cute little animal sticking out his tongue, giving you a raspberry. Has these, I guess, little plants down here. I'm guessing that's what that is. And then on the back it has cute animals, numbers, letters, and it says Tykables right here. And Puppers also had police and handcuffs and fire hydrants and all that stuff. Kind of like Paw Patrol kind of design. Waddlers has a nice long inside and feels very soft, and the tapes, of course, are where they are. Waddlers, and Puppers. So let's test the absorbency levels of these up against the overnights. These diapers absorbed pretty decently, but not as good as the overnights. I still think the overnights did a way better job than the Puppers. But I also noticed when this gets wet, the fire hydrants seem to disappear. I don't know if the others do it, but it looks like the fire hydrants kind of disappear here. So that's a cool feature here. Problem is this one leaked a little bit, so I don't know how long this one will last you, but it might not be that long. Waddlers did a really good job. And it looks like the plants disappear too. So that's cool. I think Waddlers was the winner. Overnight and Waddlers will definitely do well during night. Puppers, probably during the day. But I think this one might leak on you, so you probably should have plastic liner when you sleep. And I recommend any diaper you wear at night, have a plastic lining on your bed. It's just good to have extra protection. Or get plastic pants, or you can get protect briefs like these. You can wear them, they look like shorts and they have a little Velcro thing on it. You can use this to protect yourself during the night. They do well at night. It's always good to have extra protection no matter what. Even if these are good diapers. Waddlers is the best. Overnights is second. And Puppers is third. Here is a size comparison of all three diapers right here. Puppers obviously is the smallest. Overnights is a little bigger. And Waddlers to me seems to be the biggest. I do recommend all three diapers, but if I would have to pick one I like the most, it is Waddlers. It is the best out of the modern hook and loop style diapers that Tykables has been coming out with. Overnights is my second best, but I still like the classic one. Talking about what I like, what I don't like about the diapers I've tried, and what I find to be my favorite diaper out of all of them. Rearz Rebels. Rearz Rebels has a very cool design and has a skull, crossbones, but for me, they were a daytime diaper mainly, and they were okay. I had to change these more often than I would have to any of the others. It did last me a pretty decent full day, but when it comes to night, nah, they weren't very good. Puppers is a daytime diaper. And the print, is Paw Patrol-ish, kind of, and that's alright, I guess. Not my thing, but for some people that might be your thing, I guess. But they're okay during the day. Night, not so much. Camelot diapers. Now, these were good for me during the day and night, and they also had a really good print. I like the print. I like the dragons. I like fantasy prints. That is something I like. So I would say this one was one of my favorites. And the next two are in that realm as well. Waddlers has animals on it like that, and of course on the back it has more cute animals. But this one is definitely my favorite out of the hook and loop system that I've tried with Tykables. And with the overnights, they are just as good. The only problem is I've experienced a little bit of leaking from these. So I'd still put these best for daytime and night, but the overnights did leak on me a little bit. So, and I mean a little bit, not like a lot, but they did leak a little bit. These didn't leak for me at all, whether during the night or during the day. These did very well during the day, but leaked a little bit on me during the night. Then you have the little Rascals in the Tykables line. These are not a hook and loop. They are a normal plastic landing zone tape diaper. And they have 4 tapes, and they have dragons on it. So, I like the dragons, so the dragons are cool. The only complaint I have with these is the sides are thin plastic, so I want the sides to be a little bit more thicker, especially at night. So I would say for me these were good daytime diapers, and they're okay at night. But since I'm a side sleeper, the thin siding does not do well for me at night. So in that sense, they're okay for nighttime use, but daytime they were good for me. Now for me, when it comes to diapers, as you could probably tell, nighttime has to be met. If the nighttime situation is not met, then I probably will not consider the diapers. Some people like to buy diapers for the day and diapers for the night. For me, I'm not like that. I need diapers to fit both situations, and I don't want to spend extra money just on daytime diapers and nighttime diapers. I want my diapers to fit both situations. The diapers that get in that realm have been more of the normal diapers, and by normal I mean just straight up white and no print. Now, some of these diapers do have print equivalents, and especially in the Rearz category, like Rearz Inspire and Control. These diapers have been my go-to diapers for a while. And the reason is because I also care about comfortable. I like bulky diapers. I don't like thin diapers. I like bulky diapers because I like a little cushion when I sit down. That's just my preference. But they also need to absorb well. And Inspire and Control has definitely done that job. The Rearz Safari is the same as these diapers. But my problem with Rearz is that they only sell them in 36Ks, which gets expensive to buy. So I probably would not buy them as often because it gets expensive if I have to buy 2 36 cases, so that means it's going to be around $200 for me when I go to buy them, and that is a little more than I want to spend. I'd prefer to spend around in the 100 range, but if I have to spend $200, it is what it is, but I'd prefer not to. So what I would like Rearz to do is to have them in a case of 80. That would be nice, but they haven't done that yet, and since they haven't done that yet, I am more inclined to look elsewhere. Now, you also got Trest, and I've said Trest is one of the best diapers, and to me, yeah, they are. They are the top of the line for me. They are the best. If I could pick a diaper I could wear all the time, Trest would have been there. But the problem with Trest is they don't sell in cases, and you have to buy packs. You have to buy a pack, and another pack, and another pack, before you can get the amount you need, and that does add up and gets expensive. So because of that reason, Trest is a diaper I don't buy because of that reason. That is what deters me from buying these on a regular basis. So, top of the line diaper, yes. One of the best I've ever had, yes. But because they don't come in cases, it's probably not a brand I will buy. Northshore Megamax used to be my favorite. Still one of the best I have tried. But the problem with Northshore, they only come in a case of 40. The last time I was getting them, they came only in a case of 40, and they don't come in a case of 80 or any more than that, and that is one reason I don't buy them as often. And they're not that bulky as other diapers. That's great for discreet, if people want to be discreet, and that's great. But for me, comfortability, they're okay. But on the cheaper side, if I were to go to a diaper I had to use, if I was on the cheaper side of things, this one I would definitely be using on the cheaper side. Same thing with Comfort Dry 24/7. Same with that diaper. I would use that as kind of on my cheap side. But now we're getting into my ultimate favorite diaper right now. And that is Tykables straight up diapers, or Nappies R Us, or whatever else it's called. It's like in RU, so I'm assuming that's like Nappies R Us or something like that. I don't even know. But this is my favorite. Why? Because it's comfortable. It has the amount of comfort I want in a diaper. It has definitely been very absorbent, works for me day and night, and it is also available in cases of 80. So I get a lot more diapers, and they're packed for a decent amount of money, and this just is my favorite. I don't know what else to say about it. This fits me in my situation. This has been my favorite of all time. This is the diaper brand I've been using as of late, and I'll probably continue to wear that brand.